soul sailing. Taking I guess, 4 days off or 3, 4 days off. Victoria's here, my better half. We've been having a very nice time. She's visiting some friends on a neighboring boat right now, so I thought I'd take a brief moment and do a reading on something I've been wondering a lot about, and that is, what role is Donald Trump playing in the world right now? He is, I forget, some YouTuber that I sometimes watch, or possibly watch a lot. I can't remember if it's Elizabeth April or Lori Lothian, the astrologer, or somebody like that. Maybe it's what's her name, the alchemist woman, Sarah Alcaldi, who's, well, I used to really like Sarah Alcaldi, but seems like she's been somewhat um, censored since she went to Gaia. Anyway, she used to be a lot more biting, I guess, a lot more insightful. And anyway, I wish her well. She seems like a good person. But anyway, I digress, as I intend to do. But nobody's watching it, so I can do what I want, right? I could, I could, I could get a unicycle and ride around the boat like a bear, juggling, fire sticks. I'm really good at that, I'll tell you. As anybody who knows me knows, that's one of my great skills. Uh, anyway, I mean, there, being the great destroyer is not, sometimes it's necessary. In astrology, we have Pluto. And Pluto is the wrecking ball of the zodiac. Pluto comes through and it clears everything out. I mean, it's swinging a mace around in a you know uh, room full of priceless antique china. you know, it's hello, hi. Um, Sometimes that's necessary. Yeah, I've been thinking about it, and historically, there have been a couple of great destroyers in the last 100 years, in my lifetime, actually. Uh, uh, the At least one of them was in my lifetime. Uh, it was the two great destroyers that we've had in the world stage were Winston Churchill and Charles de Gaulle. And both of them were shit at running a country, but they were excellent at like when France and England needed destroyers, they were the guys. I mean, they did the job. They were probably both evil. They were definitely both war criminals. They both definitely committed genocide. But I mean, they're not good guys. But they were effective in their time because they came into power when the world needed a destroyer. Hi, I'm pretty good, actually. I'm pretty happy. It's it's nice having Victoria back. We've been having a really nice time. It's been kind of beautiful. So yeah, I'd have big hearts all over my page if I said how I was doing right now. But I'm not comparing Trump to De Gaulle or Churchill by any means. But he's playing a similar role at a similar time, and possibly that's what we need. I mean, he's going to destroy everything. He's destroying everything. He's got some plans to rebuild that people don't understand that are actually possibly good. Hi, I'm the only one watching. Am I the only? No, I've got a few of you, but a bunch of you are watching. Why don't you give Beth and Riff some encouragement and give me a thumbs up? So, because a bunch of you have been watching, and I've only got one thumbs up so far. So, yeah, sometimes the world is so fucked up that it needs a goddamn wrecking ball to come and knock everything down. Here's the problem. This is true about de Gaulle. This is true about Churchill, and it's definitely going to be true about Trump, without a doubt. Is the people that are great at destroying, the great destroyers that come through like wrecking balls, like Pluto through the zodiac, they're not they're not particularly skilled at rebuilding after they destroy stuff. They're great at knocking shit down, but they're crap at building up. And I believe we've got a little bit of that to look forward to right now. I mean, you know, do you have kids? Hi, am I do I have kids? I sure wouldn't tell you, Jennifer. Sorry if I did, because any child. Bye bye. I'm gonna leave. Bye bye, Jennifer. Jennifer wanted to know if I have kids, and then she's gonna leave. Sorry, Jennifer, but it's kind of that's personal information I'm not gonna share. Um, and if I did have kids, I would be like a mama bear, and you get anywhere near my children, and you will be an aperitif for a crocodile. Anyway, the so back to the Great Destroyer. Like when de Gaulle got like kicked out of office when he was the Prime Minister of France after the war. I mean, he was a great wartime leader because he was a destroyer. But when they needed to rebuild the country after the war, he was horseshit. It was not what he was meant for, because the temperament that makes a person a great destroyer, that makes them a great, even if they're a war criminal or committing genocide, like a wartime leader like de Gaulle or Churchill, and you know, we don't know what's all going on with the Trump administration right now, but the temperament and the personality that make you good at that kind of work do not make you particularly well suited to be a builder and a leader. And I think, to be fair right now, I think it'd be about impossible to build up something. I mean, Trump's actually got a good plan with the revaluing gold and silver, and you know, to some really high number, and using the U.S. gold reserves as collateral, sort of to put liquidity into the system without having to tax the shit out of the American people. Because right now, to get the U.S. out of the deep shit it's in economically, I think if they taxed everybody 100%, so 100% of your wages went to pay the taxes, it wouldn't cover the U.S. It wouldn't service the U.S. debt every year. We could tax people 100%, and we still would go in the hole, because that wouldn't be enough money. And I don't think taxing people. I don't believe in tax. I think tax is theft. So, but 100% tax, I don't think even your biggest tax the rich kind of person is going to go for 100% taxes, unless they're completely freaking mental. And that's not enough. And to cut spending and things like that, I mean, what are they going to do? Starve the Social Security recipients? You know, make everybody who's living on Social Security homeless? I mean, there's just you could cut the defense budget 100%, and it wouldn't cover the debt. It wouldn't cover the interest on a year of the debt. And think how much money we spend on the military. It's just not mathematically possible to cut spending or tax our way out of this problem. So revaluing gold would be a good idea. To revalue gold, he had to cut the nuts out of the European Central Bank and destroy the euro, and he has done that. When Trump pulled out of the NATO, when he pulled out the military backstop out of NATO, it's like, well, I think yesterday or this morning or today, fucknuts, idiot. What's the British term I like? Twat. That twat that's running the UK, Keir Starmer, announced that retired military veterans should, up to the age of 65, should be prepared to be recalled and go to war. It's like, um, if I don't think draft recalling 65-year-old veterans is going to strengthen NATO enough to take on the battle-hardened troops that Russia's got after its fight with the Ukrainians. So, yeah, it's a yeah, things are fucked up. So, it's a little rough water out here today. Anyway, so I'm not saying anything bad or good about Donald Trump. I think he's a destroyer, but I think that's what's needed right now. This corrupt, absolutely vile system we're living in. We're basically policy is for sale to the highest corporate oligarch bidder is ripe for being destroyed. Good for him, seriously, I don't know if he can drain the swamp. I mean, he's kind of swimming in the swamp, but maybe what you need to do is not just maybe what he needs to do is do to Congress what he did to Maduro in Venezuela and just go kidnap them in their homes and throw them in prison or some goddamn thing. I don't know. It needs to be taken down. The whole thing is just fucking vile and corrupt. So, and even if we had, I was thinking about who is a builder. I think the last really good builder we had as president was Dwight D. Eisenhower. He built the freeway system. He really brought a lot of good things to the United States. But he was living in a different planet. I mean, the world he was living in, he would, he would be like the sanest member of the von der Leyen's dining club, the ass clowns running the EU. Because they're kind of using the same playbook he was trained to use. And it just doesn't work because we live in a different world. We live in a world where optics are everything, and policy and thoughtfulness mean jack shit. A destroyer can come in and just say, "Hey, I'm going to take Greenland," And what are they going to do? Fucking send a bunch of geriatric, goddamn retired Brits to take it back? I mean, Jesus. So let's see what the cards have to say about... So anyway, I guess I've just already stated what I think. I think Trump is the great destroyer, but I don't think he's really temperamentally or temperamentally suited to being a rebuilder, and I don't think he lives in a world where rebuilding is even possible. Not in the old system. Hey, if you guys, those of you still watching, why don't you give me a like? Thank you. Let's see what the cards have to say. I have noticed, and I don't say I blame you, I've noticed I lose a lot of viewers as soon as I start doing the cards. Maybe I should just quit doing the cards, just rant and rave for 15 minutes like a damn lunatic, Let me know what you think. Should I just shit can the tarot readings and just rant and rave like a freaking fool? Or should I just keep taking these breaks and just not come back? I can do that too. Let me know what you think, If you aren't taking the tarot readings, I don't. Let me know. If you want me to keep spewing what ChatGTP would call conspiracy theories, and it's like I've had big arguments with chat about that. Do I what? Sorry, I didn't see the original question, Crystal. Do I what? Don't worry about us. Oh, do me. Thank you. Thank you. So, okay, until I hear otherwise, I'll keep doing the tarot readings. Let's see. Trump the Destroyer. Tell us about Trump the Destroyer or Trump the Rebuilder. The signifier. Somebody's waking up from a bad dream. And you know what? That's one of the purposes, the Lokis. In Native American mythology, it's coyote. Tzi in Mayan culture, it's called Tzi. That's my sign, by the way, my Mayan sign. And so yeah, that's what the destroyer does. The destroyer wakes us up from a bad dream by destroying the dream. We're in this nightmare. We don't even know we're in a dream, and the destroyer comes in and swinging like a wrecking ball around and just knocks the whole shithouse down. And here's the overall situation. It's kind of like the beginning of a new life. So yeah, those of you who are watching, let's get some thumbs up. Come on. I'll have a contest. I'll come and give you a thumb massage. I'll give you a thumb massage with a reach around if you want. I guess a happy ending. I don't know. Just kidding about that. You don't want that. Just trust me. But the thumb massage, if you're anywhere near a coast, I'll have a contest for to help you push that thumbs up button. So, and here is the gateway, and that is being in a position of plenty, of having more than enough. You know, maybe this actually the gold revaluation thing could really work. He could, you know, he had to like come in like a wrecking ball, and he had to take out the ECB. They would have cock blocked him big time, and he did it, and he basically took out the whole EU with him. When he pulled out of NATO, it's like EU was standing around with their thumbs up their butt trying to act tough because they got nothing. And, you know, without the economic and military support of the U.S., NATO it's like the Pinkertons of von der Leyen's dining club. And here's the root card, and this is the Six of Pentacles. And that is generosity. And here's the present moment, heartbreak. Here's the future, psychological futures, balance in tough times. You know, that's kind of interesting. Maybe by destroying all the corrupt structures, knocking down the matrix or the simulation, you know, it's like, you know, when the Matrix, think of the film The Matrix, when people wake up, when they have that illusion knocked away from them, they wake up in a pretty grim world. But it's the real world, and except for that one dude that wanted to eat the simulated steak in the simulated world, the rest of them preferred to live in the real world. And here's the future. It's like domestic security, domestic happiness. Our fears are not having a happy home life, happy family. And this is the astrological energy. And again, this keeps coming up in this exact position. Something is being offered to us. What is it? We're not seeing it. Whatever it is, we're not seeing it. And this one. This is. We want a cheap victory. This is a victory that can't hold up. We want something that can't hold up. Hi, greetings, greetings. Smiley face back at you. Uh, because this is a cheap victory, but it can't. It's you alienate everybody around you with this victory. You look at this guy; he's all happy. He defeated the enemies and shit. And but he's standing alone, and nobody's paying any attention to him. He's, you know, this might be very isolating for Trump. He might find himself a very unhappy person down the road. I don't think De Gaulle and Churchill were very happy at the end of their lives either. And this is the final outcome, and this is a firm decision. Might seem cruel, but it has to be made with compassion. That's what the Brits and the French did to De Gaulle and Churchill. They'd been kind of heroes for their work in the war, in World War II, but afterwards they both got their asses fired. They both got lost the prime ministership. And this modifies fears. And our fear, I think our fear is losing the happy family, the home life, the security. But I think there's going to be a strength that helps that. Oh, shit. I knocked my cards down, but I happened to catch them with my foot. So I didn't mix them up. Yeah, you know what I'm thinking here is I don't think this is going to work out well for Trump personally, to be honest with you. And it's going to seem like waking up from a nightmare, like when the people in the Matrix found themselves in that cold world after they were pulled out of the Matrix. But I think it's going to be good for us in the long run. I really do, and it's going to be a hard decision. And I think what I'm seeing here is that we're going to end up having to turn our back on Trump after he's done some good and some bad by being the great destroyer. But overall, we might end up coming out of this all right. And this is walking away from sorrow, not knowing where you're going to go. This is heading into the unknown, and that's modifying the Four of Cups. The Eight of Cups is modifying the Four of Cups, and that is an opportunity. Something's going to come along. Something's coming along right now. Maybe it is this destruction we're seeing, this absolute crash that we're seeing, and it's going to lead us to a good place. It's going to lead us to prosperity and security and a happy place. Even though we're going to have to make a sad decision to get there. But, once we get over the heartbreak of waking up and seeing reality that's in front of our faces instead of believing the happy horse shit that we're spoon-fed by the lying sons of bitches in corporate media. And this is modifying our desires, which are the cheap victory, I don't know what that, I got to think about that one for a moment. But this modifies the compassionate but harsh decision that we have to make as the final outcome. And this is like a spiritual maturation. So I'd say we're in a really rough time. Right now, we're waking up from a nightmare. And our hearts are being broken. It's a difficult, difficult time. But we have an opportunity that's coming out of this. And we need to move away from what we're out of our comfort zone to claim this, to make take advantage of this opportunity. This is the potential that we have, is to virtually enter a new way of life. And we'll find security there. And and we'll find balance. We'll come to a place of balance. We'll find balance. Um, the and we're going to feel much more secure in our home lives, in our world, in our general situation. And but we're going to have to make a hard decision once we get to where we're going. And I think that might be like the harsh decision that the Brits and the French made about Churchill and de Gaulle when they basically shit canned them, fired their asses after they'd been war heroes. But I think that will lead us to a mature, of having mature, centered spirits. So, thank you all for watching. Again, there's a bunch of you on here. If you could give it a thumbs up, that would be nice. There is. Thank you for. It's good to see you. I mean, after taking 4 days off, or 3 days off, I guess, 3 days off, it was nice. A bunch of you came back and watched, and appreciate that you stuck around this long. And again, if we'll have a contest, maybe over the course of the next. Let's say, what is it, January 15th, February 15th? Let's say that over the course of the next week, whoever can verify giving the most thumbs up and lives, let's say in Central America, or Florida, maybe Florida, or Dominican Republic, or Bermuda, or the UK. Sometime this summer, I will bring some essential oils and give you a professional thumb massage for to help you with your thumbs that are you're having trouble pressing those buttons with. Non-human intelligence. You mean like AI type stuff? That's a big question. What are my thoughts on NHI? Non-human intelligence. I'm not quite sure what you mean, like some kind of alien or entity intelligence. I guess as far as I know, I've never really had a personal encounter with non-human intelligence. Although, I have met a few politicians that I'm absolutely certain could unhinge their jaws and swallow their prey whole. But I can't guarantee that. So, I don't know about non-human intelligence. I mean, it could be scary like the Terminator movies, but at the same time, when I see some of the complete bugger fuckery of just every computer system on Earth, like I got a Raymarine wind instrument. It's a good wind instrument, but it rebooted. And to reprogram it, I have to go out into the bay and do a big circle and recalibrate it. So as I'm going around in a circle, and I'm kind of in a busy bay, I mean, there's a lot of, it's near the Panama Canal, and there's a lot of ship traffic coming and going, and I'd rather not be fucking around with my computer, to be honest with you, when I'm out driving the boat in a gigantic circle. But I got to do what I got to do because NHI, because that's the way the freaking the architects of the system deemed that it would be functioning. But when shit like that happens, I think, well, we'll figure out a way to beat these Terminator cocksuckers. Fuck them. Anyway, I hope you guys are all having a wonderful week, and it's crazy shit going on. Yeah, well, let's see what happens. I'm Victoria's visiting her friend. Her friend's from the Netherlands. She's really a great person. We've lived near her before, back when we were together. And she's now married to another friend. We hadn't seen her for about hadn't seen her for maybe 2 years. What year is this? So, yeah, 2 years. It's been about 2 years since we'd seen him. So that's the nice thing about the sailing community. meet people and you run into them all over the world, and you got friends wherever you go. You'll have, I don't know, this is a busy anchorage. It's probably the busiest anchorage I've ever been anchored in. But, there's probably a half a dozen people I've had beers with, played poker with, stuff like that. Maybe more, maybe a dozen. And it's a nice world. I love this world. I love these people and love you all. And you guys, thank you for watching. You take care. And if you guys watch this on after the live show, give a thumbs up. Intelligence. Oh, we as people are not aware about. Oh, I have no doubt it exists. I have not encountered non-human intelligence, but as soon as I can learn something about it, I certainly will. I keep thinking I'm going to see UFOs out in the ocean because I've seen UFOs on land a long time ago. There might have been some LSD involved, but some DMT, things like that, the machine elves. But that's a rumor anyway. Love you all, and thank you for watching. And I will see you the next time I have a half hour away from my lovely, wonderful, amazing partner. Take care.